What the heck is happening? We're gonna watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, an episode of television, 1x14. Hit like button, subscribe, follow us on Patreon for full-length watch-alongs, where we got so many shows over there. Or the same tier, you get the option for highlights and
watch-alongs included.
I need to build a robot to say all this.
And also, thank you to Pratham Jindal for editing these highlights for YouTube.
Actually, Jaden edited this one. Thanks, buddy.
Guys, I know what we were dealing with the past hour trying to just get to the site to load. This episode better be funny.
Appreciate
the funniest
this
episode ever.
Morning, Scully. How was your weekend?
It was fun. Kelly and I hit the park, went for a long walk.
Kelly, is that Scully's wife or his dog?
I think Kelly's his dog. Went for a long walk. That's what you do with a dog.
My wife takes the babies to the park all the time.
Let's play wife or dog. What do you do at the park with Kelly?
Oh, we just walk around. She gets antsy if she doesn't get outside enough. And then it's just yap, yap, yap.
Hey, what's Kelly's favorite food?
Peanut butter. She'll eat it right out of the jar.
Oh, golly.
She's pretty spry for her age, especially considering she got hit by that car a year ago.
Oh.
Was she chasing something into the street, or?
Just getting me the newspaper.
All right, this is useless. Scully, is Kelly your wife or your dog?
How can you ask me that?
I still don't know which it is.
Poor Scully.
I think it's his dog. All right?
I'm going wife. One of us is bound to
The
be right.
description sounds more dog-like.
Yeah. That's why I think it's the wife.
Focus of our investigation is a guy named Brandon Jacoby. He did 7 years at Rikers for assault.
Spent 2 weeks undercover infiltrating the gym. Gym-filtrating it. I coined that. I think it'll really catch on if more people infiltrated gyms.
So we want to bring in the Sarge. His name will be Trent Carter, a personal trainer, bouncer, and assistant manager at PetSmart. It's the economy. What can you do?
Sergeant Jeffers is just getting back in the field. What if he panics again?
The sergeant will be fine. If you want to worry about anyone panicking in the field, it should be Boyle.
Damn straight.
Captain, I need a favor. My apartment got broken into last night.
Gina, that's terrible. Are you okay?
I'm fine, but I suffered the loss of many treasured items. Cash and this very fancy gown with like a magic eye print. Do you have any connections in the FBI or CIA? There's no one else I can turn to solve this crime.
Gina, you work in a police precinct. You can turn to anyone here.
You think these buffoons can help? They're buffoons.
They are not buffoons.
Try the heel.
I wish I had nerve damage.
Some of them are buffoons.
No, you don't.
I was born ready. And then I was not born ready for a while, but now I'm back to being born ready.
Yes!
Ebony Falcon. His feathers are muscles. But you're ready for this, right?
Absolutely. I just need to put my precious babies to bed with a story. The Ebony Falcon needs to read Go Dog Go.
Yeah, he does. Chest bump me.
You don't have locks on your windows.
Way to blame the victim. Sorry I'm not rich like you, Miss 1%.
They cost $8. You have a fur bedspread.
So many lycra bodies.
And why do you need 8 full drawers of underwear?
Because I'm civilized.
One large painting of a naked lady on a lion. One set of Joseph Gordon-Levitt nesting dolls. One music box that plays She Works Hard for the Money when opened. One knockoff designer clutch.
Can't you just buy another knockoff?
No, I can't, silly Sue, because the label no longer makes the original, so the sweatshop no longer makes the knockoff.
Can you estimate the value of everything that was taken?
Emotionally, $700 million.
Somebody at the door.
Hey, Sarge.
Sorry about the mess.
Hi, Cagney. Hi, Lacey.
The police precinct castle.
Hey, yeah.
He is so strong, but so gentle. He's like an enormous, muscular Ellen DeGeneres.
You know what? I just want to let you guys know that I love you girls so much. You know, Daddy will never leave you, right, girls?
Really makes you understand what he went through.
I'm worried about Terry. I can't let anything bad happen to him.
Oh, no.
We have to get Terry off this case.
What? Why?
Look, I thought he was a weirdo for having his year-long freak out, but I get it now. He has children. What happens to them if he gets hurt? I'll have to take care of them. If you have concerns, maybe you should talk to Terry about it.
If he finds out we're worried about him, it'll get in his head and freak him out. He'll lose his edge and panic.
Yeah, that's why I've never tried to develop an edge. You can't lose what you don't have. No surprises.
What are you guys talking about?
International taxes and tariffs.
Well, frankly, I'm not so sure that everyone at the gym is going to buy you as a trainer. You've been sitting behind that desk for so long, you've gotten a little tubby, right?
Here comes Mr. Snuggles.
Okay. Nobody in your building saw anything. We've hit a wall.
So, what do we do next? Do I just look for another apartment? Should I buy a handgun? Should I buy an Uzi?
Look, Gina.
We've done all we can. This is how it goes with most B&Es.
Let me grab your badge numbers, because I will be filing an official civilian complaint with the captain.
Why did I just receive a civilian complaint?
Because your assistant is a goblin. Captain, we swept the scene, followed procedure.
Procedure is just a fancy word for proper order to do things.
Yes.
I gave his regular trainer the day off. I told him Trent would be filling in. It was an interesting interaction.
Well, according to my new cloud-based scheduling system, Trent will be filling in.
I spent 40 minutes making that water bottle pyramid display. This guy is a psycho.
You know the best way to deal with psychos?
Silent treatment. We should draw him out by not engaging.
Nope. The longer we wait, the more likely our cover gets blown. I'll make contact.
Okay, but just remember, you're not Terry, you're Trent. Trainer and known hemophiliac, so be careful.
You Trent? Yep. Black Trent. One of many.
Excuse me, sir. Can I borrow this machine? I need to be here to keep an eye on a friend.
Hold on, I'm on my last set.
Okay.
2, 3.
Can you go any faster? I mean, what do you need leg muscles for anyway? You're like 100 years old. Socially acceptable for you to roll around on a scooter.
What's the count?
1. 1? Come on, you're not even moving. Let's go.
Get your hands off me! You're cyber bullying me!
Have you seen Terry? I lost him. His children could be orphans already.
I'm sure he's fine. I think the bigger issue is the complaint I received from an older gentleman saying he's having a free office in open defiance of gym protocol.
Don't do this.
I know we're friends, but if you do that again, I'm gonna have to suspend your membership.
What have you become?
Me. Become me.
What? Where were you? What happened?
Jacoby wanted to do wind sprints outside. You know, he's a mean dude, but I think I'm making progress. He asked to borrow my squat belt. I told him no. He respected it.
What'd you say your regular gym was?
Brooklyn Boat Fitness.
I work out there too. Never heard of any Trent.
I work out there all the time.
Really? Starting when?
NYPD, hands on your head! My God, you're gigantic.
What are you doing, Peralta? You just blew my cup!
Oh no. Oh no.
Gina came by my house last night to go over the case. Between us doing that and her using my bread maker all night, I didn't get much sleep.
Since you have allowed crime to win,
Eddie Pepitone.
say hello to Leo's Sporm.
A PI? These guys are hacks.
How do you know if your husband's a murderer? You don't.
Call Leo now.
Leo Sporm.
You know this guy?
Everyone knows him. The Picasso of the hucksters.
I like that.
Look up who Picasso is.
You blew our cover, man. What's my name?
Terry Jeffords.
What is my name?
The Ebony Falcon.
And what does the Ebony Falcon do?
Takes every precaution to ensure his own safety. Bad guys to jail and bad girls to bed.
Hell yeah, he does. Except now the Ebony Falcon is monogamous and too tired for sex, so his only indulgence is fresh fruit yogurt parfait.
Live your truth. Live your truth.
Well, so far Jacoby hasn't given anything up, but I think Terry's starting to get to him.
I'm not talking.
You talking right now? Boom! I'm already in your head.
I put all the trainers' schedules into a shared online calendar.
Hang on a sec. Who's this guy? Says he's a personal trainer at the gym, but he has no regular hours. He always makes last-minute appointments, always in the boxing area, and always late at night. And look who he trains. Brandon Jacoby.
That's probably your supplier.
We should set up a tactical team and hit the gym. And Sergeant Jeffords should stay here and keep interrogating Jacoby for as many hours or years as necessary. He's headed out to close the steroid case.
Isn't Sergeant Jeffers interrogating the suspect now?
Yep, he's got that locked up. We're following up on this lead. The whole team is running smoothly and perfectly like a well-lubed, oiled time clock. Bye.
Why do you think Gina hired that PI?
To mock us?
She's scared.
She's not scared. Gina has no feelings.
She once said the best comedy of all time was The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
If someone broke into your apartment and you weren't cops, wouldn't you be scared?
Yes.
Depends.
How many guns do I still have?
None.
Do I still have my knife? Nunchucks? Axe? Do I still have my throwing stars?
This has taken a strange turn.
Fine. I'd be scared.
Sarge, hey! I'm so psyched you made it here to the sting that I definitely told Charles to tell you about.
You lied to me.
I can see that you're upset, but let's just sit down and talk about it.
Done talking. Time to dance.
Fine, but I should warn you. I took 3 years of tap. How did you find out about this?
I'm a detective sergeant in the NYPD. Holt told me. Why are you cutting me out of the operation?
What? That's crazy. Boyle, come in here and stand in front of my body and tell him that's crazy.
Oh.
Face!
Oh.
No, wait. I was worried.
Worried about what?
About you getting hurt. I don't want your daughters growing up without a dad. I know what that's like, and it sucks. And I don't want it to happen to them.
Why didn't you say something to me?
Because I didn't want to get in your head and have you freak out again.
I can imagine how frightening this must be. I'm sorry we didn't catch the guy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, why do the worst things always happen to the best people?
Come on, we're taking you home.
Really?
We installed a second lock on your front door, the locks on the windows by the fire escape, and set all your lights on timers.
That makes me feel so much better. Thank you, guys. I would like to give you these.
Great.
The cool thing is, you can eat whatever you want. These are right there with you.
You fans friend of Ethan? Yeah, that's me. I'll be right there. You gonna let me do this, man?
What choice do I have? You hit me in the arm so hard they no longer work.
All right.
Have a fun steroid deal, Sergeant.
You're a weird guy, Jake.
Yeah.
Ebony Falcon.
No. The Ebony Falcon had no fear. He's the Ebony Antelope now. Hey, my arms don't work. Can you scratch my nose? You bet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you.
How did Sergeant Jeffers do?
Why is everyone so worried about the Sarge? He was amazing. He made the buy, took out the suppliers, but wisely didn't take on more than he could handle.
I left one for you.
That he punched me in the face several times.
That does make me happy.
Guess we're being candid today. Hey, Sarge, just for the record, I hope you're on every case with me for the rest of my career. I'm not scared for you at all. Of you a lot.
Oh, Peralta. My girls made you a card to thank you for keeping me safe.
Oh. You're so full of potential. Why would you show me this?
All right, that was good. It's worth the hassle to get it to play.
It's worth an hour of work.
Do I have a booger? I have concluded I do not have a booger. I am ready to talk about this now.
Wonderful.
Take it away, John. Say all the points you want to say. Everything. Lay the law down. Say it all. Go ahead. Please, be my guest. After you. Ladies first.
Yes, that's what I was waiting for this entire time. This was, hey, take a drink. It was another fun episode. Maybe not like the most uproariously like laugh-inducing, but I appreciated. This one felt like it almost focused a bit more on just these two plot lines. Not that you don't get a little bit of everybody, but you spend the majority of it, on the whole Ebony Falcon adventure, and then kind of dealing with Gina's situation. And It's always really funny to watch as Terry Crews gets to kind of ride the tension of like, oh, is he gonna freak out or is he just gonna be in the zone? And you know, like the character comedy they're able to get out of Terry Crews and the way that they're able to use his obvious, you know, imposing presence as a fuel for various subversions and little jokes and stuff like that is fun. I also just it's on the heels of the previous or you know, in the last 2 episodes we met his wife. And so now to go to his home and see the kids, like it's cool. Like slowly they're like expanding out the character side. And then, you know, on the Gina half of the episode, it almost reminded me, like the point of that story almost reminded me of when they're trying to coach Rosa into how to, you know, testify on the stand. And, you know, they reach that revelation of like, oh damn, Rosa's just nervous, you know. And it kind of reminded me of that with maybe a little less of a visceral punch, just because Gina's Gina. but yeah, what did you think, sir?
You're not done reviewing?
You know, I wanted to leave some things for you so that, you know, I don't just swoop in here with my incredible intellect.
That is not necessary. Everything. You're the star, John.
That's true.
Please. Carry on. Onward.
I loved, you know, Joe Latruglio and his ever-evolving cloud-based scheduling system. Scully and Hitchcock are always, you know, I appreciate that they represent the true absurd end of the scale. For as much as we've given this show a lot of credit for, you know, like lending credence to its characters, I do also appreciate the contrast that comes with, like, the whole prologue of trying to guess if it's Scully's wife or Scully's dog, and we never find out, and, you know, them going and, like, shoving thumbtacks into his feet. It's like they are like the 2 cartooniest characters out of all the cartoon characters, but even that, you know, it's fun because you see the different approaches to comedy that they're able to tap into across a show and also episode such as this. And that one guy who played the main supporting, like, guest star, the huge dude, that guy, I want to know how many times he's played this role. Because, you know, he always plays, you know, giant, imposing guy. So, and he did a fine job of it here. I think that's all I got for now.
Okay.
I think I've wrung out that thought towel.
There's nothing left for me to say.
No. I mean, you go to the gym a lot. Why don't you talk about that side of the episode, you know? How's the wipe down policy at your place?
The weights don't look very manageable here. I go to LA Fitness.
Okay.
It's a lot purtier than here. This looks like where fighters work out. Obviously, they got a boxing ring here. So it threw me off that there was an old guy there. So I was like, I don't imagine an old guy who doesn't really seem like a physically fit old guy would be working out at this specific fighting gym. So that really threw me for a loop.
Wow, yeah.
As a matter of fact, got a major problem with that. Anything else?
That wrecked the whole episode, and now I'm just focused on it, and it's taking away from all the charms and all the comedic moments.
And I thought it was really well handled because you get this. They set you up for another episode where Terry freaks out and fucks everything up, but he didn't at all. In fact, he was a winner. So I really loved how, like the reveal of the way they capture that moment of like focusing on Boyle, expecting him to really be endeared to Terry tucking his children into bed, and then the way they panned over to Peralta and you see the wide-eyed look, just knowing like, oh shit, he's panicking. He's that one. You don't see that flip coming. Like I didn't see that flip coming at all, and it just made for a very engaging reversal on who's gonna panic about the situation. And again, like this, I'm fascinated with sitcoms because I always like seeing how the B stories thematically tie in to the main plot. It's always something I'm weirdly like look for when I watch sitcoms, and I think they really did that with Peralta and Gina, 2 characters where underneath whatever facade they're putting on, there's something else much more vulnerable happening there, where like Peralta's very concerned because he had an upbringing where he did not have his father around, so he doesn't want that to happen to the little girls. And then with Gina, yeah, like the last thing you expect is that in fact, I was like, is she scamming them? Is she scheming them in some way?
Did she ransack her own place?
Yeah, you know, and then to find out that, oh, she's actually was scared the whole time, and then to find that the way they pay it forward with showing, oh, she really is just scared. And like one thing that the character Holt seems to have such a great grasp on is knowing what's really going on underneath the presentation of these characters. So I thought that was a really cool way to make her feel more human, because she rides this line of being like a cartoon with a sarcastic delivery. So yeah, that just made her a lot more believable, and the first time I sympathized for her out of any of these episodes. I felt sorry for her because of that fact of, oh, you're actually scared and you just can't come out right and say that directly. So yeah, I thought this was really cool, and I do like episodes that take place in, like, any time a sitcom goes to a gym. I like gyms and basketball games and like football. Anytime they play like a sport, I'm always really into those sitcom-like episodes where they're gonna do a boxing match or something like that. I really like those a lot. And then yeah, them going. I could have watched the whole episode of it just taking place at the gym. For some reason, I'm really into. I've always been into those kinds of episodes of sitcoms, and this did not disappoint in the slightest.
Not a bit.
Could do a very boring, realistic show about the gym.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Episode 1, waiting to do squats. They put 2 Olympic barbells there, and then each person decides to do like 10 reps and then rest for 3.5 minutes to 10 minutes.
Really, just be
on their phone.
Leave them free to rest as long as they like.
8 sets.
This sounds like a great Quibi show that you could watch at the gym, but then, put down and have it be sort of a bite-sized experience. 3 to 10 minutes at least of bite-sized experience.
There are certain things that people at the gym hog that are very annoying. Olympic barbell leg presses. I sometimes set a stopwatch to see how long I'm actually waiting. And it's gotten up to like 25 minutes before.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're just standing waiting, watching the clock.
My favorites are the bros, the pack of bros, the 5 guys who go to work out together.
And they all have a role. They're all unique.
You got one guy who's a little fat. You got the super, super skinny guy. And you got the one buff guy who's guiding all his friends.
And then the other 2 who are just the best students and who look pretty muscular.
And they're all doing different plates of weights on that one bar as they rotate.
And then they do the last one all together.
My other favorites are the guys who are like, oh, I'm gonna work out, do like my lats on the bench here, do some lap pulls. So I'm gonna grab 10 different weights here from the rack. I'm gonna get 2 5-pounds, 2 10s, 2 20s, 2 30s. Yep, I'm using all of them. I'm using all these weights just for me.
You could just use a few 45s.
Not gonna share at rush hour where everyone's here to work out on their lunch break.
I want everyone to see just how many weights I'm using.
And yes, I'm gonna take obnoxiously long breaks.
That's how I like to work out.
Consideration at the gym is my favorite quality.
But how's the wipe down game? That's what I want to know.
Terrible.
No.
Terrible.
No, now more than ever, there's no excuse.
One time I used the most commonly used leg machine is the hip one where you push your legs out, like they attach to the outside of your thighs and you push out.
The hip flexor or whatever that is.
Yeah, women love to use that one, and so do buff guys. And, fucking, they only have one for some reason. Apparently they don't realize the value in getting 2 of these.
They're just not space efficient.
So they
need a wide range.
They just take so long. Why was I talking about that? What'd you ask? Oh, and then one time I used it, and then the lady after me, she took her wipe down method very serious, to the point where I thought she was very judgmental of me.
Oh no.
She
pulled out a whole bottle.
She pulled out a bottle from her purse and just wiped down everything. You'd think she works there.
The surrounding area, the floor,
She did.
the
She
nearest
was-
water fountain,
She was nuts.
all the door handles.
Even someone else a woman on a different machine looked at, because I went to go work out on the other machine next to it, and then I just looked over, and then the woman on the other side of her looked at me and just went. It's like, why is she wiping down everything?
She's paranoid. She knows something we all don't.
Just get vaccinated, lady.
I don't believe in that, but also I gotta obsessively wipe down all the gym equipment. I gotta acknowledge the fate I'm tempting here in this public pool of bodily fluids.
I'm wearing a mask. You still have to wear masks at gyms.
That sounds like a fun way to do that.
Yeah, it's a great way to do cardio.
Mm-hmm. Sucking in all that fabric. It's a good episode.
All right, guys. Well, I'll catch you at the gym. We can wait 40 minutes together to do squats.
Yeah.
Or
I'll be wiping
deadlifts.
down the floor where you would stand to do squats.
JT, I'm sorry that we have not talked in a while. I've gone into denial that we no longer bring you a joyous smile. However, I'm assuming your card is still on file, that you just get these automatic renewals. But then next thing you know, we're gonna encounter a lawsuit duel because you're gonna ask for a refund, and I'm gonna be like, don't be a dum-dum. This was your responsibility. Don't put this on Greggy and Johnny. So I'll just say this to you: become a Jew. I don't mean that through the blood of your DNA. I mean it through the religion per se. Because they get you far in Hollywood, I hear.
Golly. Would you repeat that for me? I think I missed out on an opportunity.
I wrote that whole thing just for you.
That's a wrap.
40 minutes ago. I know, it sounds rushed, but I prepared the whole thing and committed it to memory.
And then he rehearsed it several times.
Too many times. To the point it just didn't feel natural when I was saying it.
Yeah.
Wasn't feeling the words to the degree I ought to, because I just said it too many times. David Fincher's full of shit.
Then let that be a lesson to you as well, JT.
Look, somehow this turned into 2 minutes, and I don't regret it.
I don't either. I always value our time together.
Are
JT.
we done?
I think we're done. It's really up to us. We can upload a video as long as we want it to be. You see all like 10-hour supercuts of stuff? We got time.
Yeah. No, we're done.